This is Kennard Carter with the Culture and Collabs podcast. Once again and back, one of our favorite brothers to always holla at. It is the, I don't want to say illustrious,
No, man.
but it is Mora Spicer back in the building. Therapist, public speaker, consultant. You teaching now? What else you doing now, man? The book is popping. You making movies now?
I want to make a movie, but I haven't made no movie yet. But that's a good idea. After I saw a couple of things on Tubi, I'm like, we can do that. Souls for Sale can be transitioned into film,
Yeah,
but that's a later topic.
gotcha. So that's funny. I didn't even think about coming into Souls for Sale. How much, but that's relevant because you was just talking about it in our group chat with the fellas. So Souls for Sale, your first book,
Right now, first and only book.
first and only book, and like obviously, you and I know the story, but as I realized we had to tell the story and get used to telling the story over and over and over again. Um, particularly when it comes to like us going to high school, living out Leo High School, 79th to Sangamon. But ultimately, how did the book become, or what? Funny, I'm almost stealing your thunder. What when you started writing the book? What was the inspiration for it? Like, how did that all come about?
Well, when I was getting my master's in social work,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do a capstone paper, right? It's similar to, it's not a thesis, but it's a research paper.
Right.
And I decided to do my research on the crack cocaine epidemic and its impact on the black community.
Right.
So doing that research, and how, a lot of us know how the crack cocaine epidemic kind of destroyed our community. Like it really destroyed our community, and we're just now in 2026 just starting to really recover, but we still have a long way to go. At the same time, I one of my coworkers, new coworkers, started working there where I worked as a case manager. I was a counselor, he was a case manager, and he would walk around the workplace with this poor demeanor. I would say like just a flat effect. And I told him, I said, hey man, if you're gonna be pouring into the people, or if you're gonna be a counselor and pouring into the people, you have to be approachable, and you have to, kind of put on a smile.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, oh man, sorry about that, more. Thank you, man, but I'm kind of struggling because he had been going through something in his life where he had just been terminated from Foot Locker.
Okay.
And what he was saying, like he had been loyal to Foot Locker. He had been with Foot Locker for over 20 years, and they terminated him after moving him to one of the slowest stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow. And he talked about, just in general, he was just talking about, man, I remember the lines that for Jordans, people calling me, the hustlers hitting me up, like, man, we gonna come and buy the whole side, and it wasn't debit cards at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of connected the two, like, man, this kind of relates to what I'm doing as far as getting my master's. And then I met Hassan Liggins, and he had already written a book.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of put all those three things together,
Mm-hmm.
and we interviewed the guy name in the book is Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
So we interviewed Melvin, and then we started interviewing other characters. So that's how it kind of transcended.
Okay. Got it. So you self-published it.
We self-published it. We sold it on our own website.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, Amazon, like we was gonna sell a book for like $12, $13. Amazon wanted like $8. We was just like, that don't make no sense.
Right.
They can get it directly from us. And then one of my wife's, who's a principal, one of her principal friends. No. Let me back up. A principal, Finger High School principal, was informed about the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I took him the book, and he purchased 100 copies. And once he purchased 100 copies, then it started kind of getting getting some exposure.
Sure.
Other principals wanted to reach out, and then another principal came over to our house and she picked up the book. She went home, she read it, she called me immediately like, I want you in my school. So we still sell it on our website, but our main bulk of sales come from the schools.
Okay.
So we'll sell 60 copies to the school, and then we'll also do a Q&A session.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's go back to something you said just a second ago. Um, we've gone a long way since the cocaine epidemic,
Crack cocaine
crack
epidemic.
cocaine
Hmm.
epidemic. Um, Help me understand that for a second. I mean, from your viewpoint, obviously the research you've done and interviews and what you see now. But when you talk about how long ago was we talking 80s, right?
Yeah.
80s to like now, like what are some of the things? Because I got somewhere I'm going with this thought process in
Hmm.
a whole nother light.
Hmm.
But I just wanted to hear it because you referenced it, and it made me think, wow, it's like a repeat cycle
Hmm.
in some kind of way. So I'm curious to know like the point of reference
The point of reference.
from like how come? What do you mean? Crack has been gone for a long time from the hood.
Yeah,
You said,
crack.
but it's still we're still recovering. Like
Yeah,
in what context?
and crack cocaine epidemic, led to the high rate of incarceration for males,
Mm-hmm.
black males,
Mm-hmm.
the death rate.
Okay.
It led to a lot of foster care, right? Like kids being placed in foster homes at
Mm.
a high number because moms were addicted to drugs and dads were addicted to drugs. It led to a lot of grandparents taking care of kids and not really being able to monitor and raise them
Mm.
because of whether it was age, whether it was disabilities, whether it was their work schedule, they wasn't really able to put the time in to kids. So a lot of kids raised themselves, which led to some of the a lot like the kids takeover. Those
Right.
kids are being raised by possibly, and these are just kind of like some of these are facts. Like you can really research this. Like they're being raised by parents who didn't who were not raised
Right.
by their parents. May have
Mm-hmm.
been in foster homes. May have raised themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Just being at Leo High School on 79th Street, there was a lot of guys we came to school that was super mature, more mature than we was as it came to the street,
Right.
right? Um, so when I say that, like these inner city schools, some of these Chicago public schools, you can go in there and you can see these kids and you can see their parents and their behaviors
Mm-hmm.
and they lack of parenting skills. So you see those things and it kind of
Mm.
contributes back to the crack cocaine epidemic.
Wow. Yes,
Yeah, man.
that's some good enlightenment. The residual effects
Mhm.
of the
Mhm.
crack cocaine epidemic continues to impact us now.
Yep.
That is interesting thought. So I was thinking about the Obama Center and it being Juneteenth and the opening yesterday, today, this a whole week or whatever. I feel like the place been open. They've been running opening ceremonies all month. People coming in and out, but it's clearly the opening in the past 24 hours because they did the whole broadcast on television yesterday. Then the different presidents coming into the market.